Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we return to our low-cost, maximum priority series, focusing on a hero that often flies under the radar, but quietly holds some of the most efficient value in nature-based teams. Today's guide is all about Alvanor, and how to prepare him properly without draining your resources. Alvanor is an intelligence-based support from the nature faction, positioned on the front line. That alone already makes him unusual. He doesn't behave like a classic healer, and he doesn't behave like a traditional tank either. Instead, Alvanor fills a flexible support role that blends control, sustain, mitigation, and pressure, especially when surrounded by nature allies. His strength is not explosive impact, but consistency. He stabilizes fights, slows enemies down, and quietly keeps his team alive long enough to win. All of Alvanor's skills scale with magic attack, even though his basic attack is physical. This is important, because it immediately tells us where to invest and where not to waste resources. He does not need hybrid stats. He does not need fancy detours. Magic attack is the core that makes everything he does stronger. Let's talk about what Alvanor actually brings into battle. His runes of ice target the nearest enemy, dealing damage and applying a slow. This might not look flashy on paper, but in practice it is incredibly valuable. Slows by time. They delay ultimates, they reduce pressure on your front line, and they give your damage dealers more room to work. Against aggressive enemy openers, this alone can decide how the fight unfolds in the first few seconds. Then we have the runes of life. This is where many players underestimate Alvanor. This skill provides reliable healing to allies, often reducing the need for a dedicated healer in nature compositions. The healing scales with magic attack, which means that even at low cost, once his core stats are in place, this sustain becomes very noticeable. It doesn't try to outshine Martha or Aiden, instead, it smooths damage over time, keeping allies healthy and stable. The runes of fire are his offensive contribution. They damage the two nearest enemies, adding pressure to the front line and mid line simultaneously. Again, this is not burst damage, it's steady, repeated pressure that synergizes well with nature heroes who thrive in longer fights. Finally, we have the Earth Rune. This is one of Alvanor's most important and most misunderstood tools. It reduces damage taken from basic attacks, and nature allies benefit the most from it. This effect is active all the time, not conditional, not reactive. In long engagements, this damage reduction adds up massively. Against physical teams that rely on basic attacks, this can completely change the pacing of the fight. Put all of this together, and you start to see Alvanor's identity clearly. He is a tempo controller. He slows enemies, sustains allies, reduces incoming damage, and gently applies pressure, all without needing heavy investment. So, how do we build him correctly at low cost? First things first, skill levels. All skills should be maxed. No debate here. Alvanor's value comes from his full kit working together. Skipping skill levels weakens his control, his healing, and his mitigation all at once. This is not where you save resources. Next, sparks of power. These should also be pushed to the maximum. Sparks increase intelligence, health, and armor, exactly what Alvanor needs to function on the front line. Sparks are one of the most efficient upgrades in the game, and Alvanor benefits from every single stat they provide. Now let's move to glyphs. Ideally, you want all glyphs at level 40. That's the sweet spot where efficiency and cost meet. If you are managing your runic stones carefully and only spending them during the runic milestone event, this is very achievable. If resources are tight, and you need to prioritize, focus on 3 glyphs first. Magic attack comes first, because it scales every single one of his skills. Health comes next, to keep him alive on the front line. And intelligence follows, because it further boosts magic attack and provides some magic defense. Level 40 is enough. Anything beyond that is luxury, not necessity. Hero level is non-negotiable. Alvanor must be level 120. Not 118, not 119. Level 120 unlocks talismans, and talismans are one of the most powerful progression systems in the game. Alvanor has 2 talismans, and they dramatically improve his efficiency. Talismans deserve special attention. They can easily replace the value of 2 fully upgraded skins if rolled correctly. Alvanor's first talisman, which provides intelligence and health, is available through the Eternal Frontier shop for 700k coins. This is a priority acquisition. It strengthens both his survivability, and his skill scaling at a very reasonable cost. His second talisman is also accessible through a cheap path, although it is not yet available in the Eternal Frontier shop, making it slightly harder to obtain. Still, even just the first talisman already elevates Alvanor significantly. Hero evolution is another area where players often overspend. For Alvanor, 5 stars are enough. Absolute star is a long-term goal, not a requirement. His soul stones are available through the dungeon shop and heroic chest, meaning progression will come naturally over time. Do not rush this. Artifacts are where we need to be disciplined. Start with his book Artifact, the Manuscript of the Void. This increases magic attack, and directly boosts all of his skills. This is the single most impactful artifact upgrade for Alvanor and should be your first priority. After the book, move to his ring artifact, the Ring of Intelligence. This further increases his main stat and reinforces everything he does. If resources are limited, you can safely stop here. Book plus ring is enough for Alvanor to perform his role effectively. His weapon artifact can wait. It's useful, but not essential for low-cost efficiency. Now let's talk about skins. Just like with artifacts, simplicity wins here. Focus first on the magic attack skin. This is non-negotiable. Magic attack is the stat that turns Alvanor into a true guardian of the sacred grove, empowering his healing, his slows, his damage, and his mitigation. If you build only one skin, build magic attack. No hesitation. No doubt. No questions. Once that skin is fully maxed, you can move to the health skin. This adds extra survivability and helps him stay active longer on the front line. All other skins can wait. Intelligence, armor, magic reflection, these are luxury upgrades. Useful later, but not required for Alvanor to do his job. So when does Alvanor start to work? The answer is surprisingly early. With max skills, max sparks, level 40 glyphs, a strong book artifact, and his first talisman, Alvanor already delivers real value. He stabilizes nature teams, reduces reliance on healers, and gives you more flexibility in team building. Built this way, Alvanor becomes a low-cost cornerstone for nature compositions. He doesn't demand attention, he doesn't drain your resources, and he doesn't need perfect conditions. He simply works. By following these priorities, you awaken exactly what Alvanor needs, no more, no less. You save resources, expand your roster, and gain a reliable support hero, who will remain relevant even as the meta shifts. Guardians, that's the beauty of smart building. Not every hero needs to be maxed to perfection. Some just need to be built correctly. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.